welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma, and today we have our May podcast. Now, there's a lot going on. We got a little bit of everything in this video, so grab something to drink, project to work on, and we will just get right into what was kind of a very crazy month. So let me just start with acquisitions. I've mentioned, actually, I think the video is coming out after this, but basically I'm kind of abandoning my D-stash. Nothing really crazy or dramatic, but I am just gonna make a video about it, talking through, I guess, my thought process. But I do have yarn to share, and that was kind of the precursor to that, I guess. So I went back home mid-May. It is literally the last day of May today, but I went back home mid-May to Texas for a week. And while I was there, I wanted to visit my old home Joann's that I used to work at, and I thought in my head that they would have more yarn than the Joann's here because it's a bigger store and we've always carried a lot of yarn there. So I had high hopes kind of, and I was not disappointed. So the first thing I got is actually the majority of what I got, but I got the K&C Essential Cotton in the color Rainforest. I also got this in a like lighter teal color and a brown color. I will put pictures here because I don't actually have them with me. I left them in Texas. I got 14 of these, 14 or 13, I don't remember. And then I got 3 of the lighter teal and 10 of the brown because I already had 3 of the brown in my stash actually, so I didn't get as much. And I basically was aiming for like a sweater's quantity of all of these. I just really have always loved this yarn, and Joann's officially out of business as of yesterday, and I know it's dramatic, but I literally feel like a friend died. I'm like, I worked at that store and just love that store so much, so this is very like weird to talk about. I don't know, that's very dramatic, but you know what I mean. So yeah, got the last of my K&C. I actually do still have K&C in stash, but that was the last purchase of that. I'll talk about it more in my finished objects, but I also got 4 balls of the K&C of the Big Twist Living, which is their Joann's anti-pilly acrylic. And this is actually all I have left of the 4 balls because I used it to finish a blanket, so you will see that. But yeah, I made the blanket with Big Twist Living that I had gotten at Joann's on sale here, but I needed a border color, so I was hoping that they would have some, and they had some in white. I originally didn't think I was going to do white for the border, but I do like how it ended up looking, and they had it at the Joann's back in Texas, so I got 4 balls of that, and it's mostly gone now. What else? Also had to go to Hobby Lobby because for the project with the teal cotton yarn, I needed white, and they did not have any white at the Joann's. Okay, so at Hobby Lobby, I just got 4 balls, I think, of the I Love This Cotton, which is like, I'm pretty sure just their like house brand, the I Love This blank. And it's so funny because this one says worsted. It's categorized as a medium, like number 4 weight, and this is categorized as a weight 3, and they're literally the same yardage, I think. Hold on. Yeah, it's the same yardage for 100 grams. They look the same, so in my head, this is just a weight 3. That's why I have beef with the worsted weight category, because it's just so subjective, it feels like almost. And then, also all my stuff's on my bed. That's why I keep reaching over. But I also went to this little yarn store in Comfort, Texas, because we took like a little day trip, like an hour away to Fredericksburg actually. But on the way, we stopped at a yarn shop in Comfort, and I got a skein of cream yarn that I don't have with me. And that's all I got from there, but we did go to an antique store and I got buttons. So these are the buttons that I got at the antique store. They were only a couple dollars, and I just thought they were pretty, so I got these. And then if you've been following along for a while, you would know that my sister was abroad this semester and I wanted yarn. That was like my gift, my whatever. So I finally have them with me. She got these back in, I think, March, and I finally have them with me. Oh, also, so let me start. She got me 2 of these West Yorkshire Spinner Signature 4-ply in the color Evergreen. And she got me 2 of them, and I actually found this exact yarn at the yarn store where I got in Comfort. So I actually got a 3rd, so I have 3 of these now. So I bought 1, and that was one that I bought this month, and then she got me 2. And then she also got me this from Kathy's Knits, which was the store she was at. It's this Hebridean and mohair yarn. It's woolen spun. Where's the percentages? 50% wool and 50% more mohair. And I got 3 of these little 50-gram balls in another green color, of course. I have no idea what I'm going to make these with. I should have planned ahead because she told me she was going to go, and then she ended up calling me at like 6 in the morning. So I was kind of sleepy when I was agreeing to what I wanted, and I don't remember what I was thinking. I surely rationalized it, but I don't remember what it was that I was rationalizing, so I'll figure out something for these yarns. But yeah, that's why I got the 3rd one in Texas when I saw it, because I figured just having more to work with would be better down the line. Now we're heading into finished objects. This one is fun because I wasn't expecting a lot of finished objects, but here I am. I also really hope I'm not missing anything. I don't think I am, but I've been in 3 different places in the last month. My last apartment back in Texas and here. So things have gotten a little mixed up, so I'm not sure if I have everything. I'm hoping I do though. But that being said, I finished another pair of socks. Really obsessed with these socks. These are made with the Patton's Croy. Do I have the extra? No, I only used just over 2 balls. And I left the 3rd ball in Texas, but it's 100% wool, and I actually freehanded the pattern with some slight inspiration from a previous pattern, but I started in the round at the toe, and then I started working like in the round but back and forth so that I could get this line of different stitches. And this top part is a V-stitch, and the bottom is just single crochets. And then I worked in the round to here, and then I split off to do the heel, and then I sewed the sides. Like I did the heel flat back and forth and then sewed it together, and then I went back to working in the round for this and all the way up to the heel, to the cuff, I mean. I learned kind of fit stuff that I want to work on, and I'll definitely make another sock in the future. I don't know if I'm gonna make socks, but I'm not gonna probably try to make my own pattern or even do this again for a couple pairs, because there's some other ones that I want to make that I can find a pattern for, I think. So I'm not too worried about making my own pattern again, but this was fun, and I got another pair of socks for when it's colder. So the next thing is finished, but I'm going to have to fix it. But I'm literally gonna like stop when I'm done filming this, fix it, and then it'll be done. So I'm just gonna show it. And it is this sweater that I made that I don't even know if I had started by the end of the last podcast. But I think I definitely started this in May. But it's a sweater, and it's a like hexagon sweater made with the Hobby what is this called? Friends cotton silk print. And the silk print is discontinued now, I think. I got it on a huge clearance. And when I looked on the site, they only had Friends cotton silk, no print. So I have extra of this, so I'll definitely make something else. I was actually started a tank top and then took it apart. So I have a bunch of this, and I don't remember how much I used either, but I just did the regular like hexagon shape, I guess. And then I did about 6 rows, I think, like all of, this is so hard to show, but I did like more rows just to fill out the middle. And then on the front, I did some shaping, and then I literally just did a row of single crochet, and then I added some more rows. I need to add more on the length of the arms. I thought it would grow more when I steamed it, and it really didn't. So it is like only going to here, and I did want it to like here. So I'm just going to take out the rows of decreases that I did. I think I only did like 4 rows, and then a single crochet at the end. So I'm just going to take out to probably like here, add a few rows of just granny stitch, and then do the decreases again, and then it should be perfect. I also did, I think, 2 rows. Yeah, I did 2 rows of single crochet on the bottom, and I just really wanted like a flowy summer sweater, and I think I really got it with this one. I'm really happy just with how it looks, how it feels. It's super soft, it's super cool. I just need to fix the arms. The last finished object that I have to show is the blanket that I was talking about, and it's kind of big, so I'm not going to show the whole thing. It's kind of big to show on camera, but it's actually more like a throw size blanket. So I was making, and I think I showed these in the last podcast and then I had to put them on hold, but I was making a bunch of these granny squares, just plain old granny squares that I could work on at work, and I was making them with the Big Twist Living, and I don't remember what color it was. I should have kept, I probably have a ball of it. Oh, wait, no, I have it. Hold on. I had 10 balls, I think, and I have this much left. I literally wrote 79 grams left, and this was in the color Spirit. That's what it looks like caked up, and that is all I have left of the 10 balls. But I made 20 granny squares, and then I used the white to crochet them all together, and then I did a row of single crochet. No, I did a row of half double crochet, and then I did this like scalloped edge, and yeah, this is what it looks like. Not much to say about this. It is literally just like the most basic blanket you could ever make probably, but I really do love crocheted blankets, and I don't know if you can tell behind me, but it is literally raining. It's like 60 degrees or something, maybe 50 something. It is not warm in New York yet. We have a few warm days every once in a while, but in general it has been pretty rainy and pretty chilly. So I have no problems making a blanket. I'm gonna start another one as soon as possible probably. I think I told my sister I'd make her one, so I should get on that. But I have no problems with blankets or sweaters right now because it's just not that hot. It's just not that hot. So yeah, that is my finished blanket. I'm thinking of calling it like a sunset blanket or something. That's what the colors, the vibes are giving me. I don't know. It doesn't really need a name, I guess, but that's my last finished object. My whips are where it gets a little crazy, a little, girl, what are you doing? And I fully accept that. So my first whip I have had started, I want to say since March. Don't know why it's taking me so long. I think I'm kind of just like, I wanted to wear it to student teaching, and then I got really busy, and then the semester was over, and now I'm not student teaching again till probably September. School starts in August, but we don't usually start till the end of August or September. So I'm kind of just like what am I gonna do? But I do need to finish this cardigan. I've been working on it for forever. It's called the Shelly cardigan, I believe. I'll insert the name and the pattern designer on the screen somewhere. But I have done the body and the button band and the collar. This is what she looks like so far. And it's gonna be like a crew neck kind of thing, so it's like that really. And I just have the sleeves and like the bottom. I don't know if the bottom actually has a finishing. I don't remember, but it probably does. I just have to do it. But yeah, not much to say. I have to do the sleeves and the bottom and block it. This is 100% superwash, so I am kind of banking on it growing a lot in blocking because that's what I've heard so many people say, because I don't want it to be like a super oversized because I want to wear it to teach. It's like I wear such oversized clothing, point shown this sweater, that it borders into unprofessional, and I do need to look slightly more put together when I'm teaching. So I want like a like nice cardigan that's not like fitted, but I don't want it to be huge. So right now it looks quite small on me, and I'm really banking on it blocking. It's the length right now that's the most like weird. So I could always add more, I think. Actually no, I couldn't because that would mess up the button bands. So I am just banking on it blocking out. Otherwise I'll have to just wear like high-waisted. I mean, most of my teaching pants are high-waisted anyway, so I guess not a big deal. So far I've gone through 4 balls of yarn on just the body, and I have 2 and 3/4. This one's not fully a whole ball, but I have a bit of yarn left, so I'm not really worried about my yardage left. I just need to finish it. I said I was going to finish it this week, and I was just really tired after work all week, so maybe this weekend I'll get to it. The next whip is a sweater that I should not have started, but I've just been thinking about it so much recently, and I'm going to have a whole project vlog on this sweater, but I started a color work Radiohead sweater. Now you might be like, you don't seem like a Radiohead fan. I don't know if that's a thing that people look like. And I'm not. I am no way claiming to be a Radiohead fan, but they have a song that has been trending on TikTok for weeks, maybe even months, and I've just been obsessed with it. And I have no shame when I find songs that I love from TikTok, because hello, social media is bad enough sometimes. If I can find an amazing song on there, like that's not a big deal. So the song is Let Down also. I absolutely love that song. I've been like listening to it on loop like all the time, and I really loved one of the lyrics, and I got an Instagram ad for a hoodie that had the lyric, and then on the back was a set of wings, like angel wings, and I was like, I can make that. So the lyric is one day I'm gonna grow wings. So I am gonna do that on the front, just the lyric, and on the back I'm gonna do wings. So all I have left, oh my god, I'm so everywhere, but I'm using the teal and white yarn that I got in Texas, and I did go looking specifically for this sweater because I've had this sweater on my mind for a little bit. This is the swatch that I made, and yes, I did swatch because I'm so good. I had to do math to make the chart. So this is the swatch that I made, and I'm using a 4.5 millimeter hook, and there's not a lot yet, but oh my goodness, well, and I'm still like connected. This is what it looks like so far. So you can see the grow and then wings. This is the last G, and it took me a few hours to make the chart, and then I got to this row before I realized that I had done all of this G and not any of this G, so that was annoying. So I had to restart it then. And this is going to be I'm not going to focus on this a lot until I finish my cardigan. I would love to focus on this more, but I just cannot. Like, I need to finish this cardigan. Next whip, I'm realizing, is the exact same color scheme, just slightly darker of a teal. But right now it literally just looks like this stiff granny square. And I'm making a like summery like shoulder bag, and I only have that square, just kidding. I will show a picture of kind of the style that I'm aiming for, where like this is one of the triangles. And I am using Lily Sugar and Cream in the color teal, duh. And then this is like the Walmart dupe. It's like the peaches and cream in just white, and I got this cone forever ago, and I'm finally using it. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I wanted to use this yarn, and again, needed something really easy to work on at work. So that's what I did. And I think I did this over like 2 or 3 days. So yeah, I need 3 of these and then a strap. And I have 4 of these balls, and I used just over, I literally, in the last row, I used this much of the last row of the second ball. So I'm pretty much aiming for like 1 triangle per ball of teal, and then I'll have the last ball and whatever of the white to do the strap. And I'm pretty sure I'll definitely have leftover of the white. I don't think I'll have leftover of the teal. If not, it'll go. I'm gonna start putting all my cotton scraps together, because I'm starting to probably accumulate a bunch, and I'm actually like excited to do a scrappy cotton thing. I just don't have a lot yet, but I know I will. So anyways, that's really all. I'm using a 6 millimeter clover hook as always. I love my clover hooks. I'm also growing fond of the Hobby Lobby hooks, just because that's what I've been able to access recently. But the ones that I'm using like for the Radiohead sweater, like these like grippy ones, and they're so cheap, and I really do like them. So not to like, I don't love going to Hobby Lobby, but that has been what's available to me, especially now that Joann's closing. The last whip is kind of its own little segment. It's my temperature blanket, and I don't even know when the last time I showed my temperature blanket squares were on here, because I was kind of behind, and then in April, I don't know if I showed it. I don't know how much I've shown of it, period. And I was gonna finish the May square before I started filming, and then I got impatient. So I'm literally mid-row. But this is what the May square looks like so far. She's almost done. I need to finish this row of orange, and then another row of green, another row of orange, and then the border color. So yeah, a pretty colorful month because the temperatures have been all over the place. This tealy color means that it was a low in the 30s, and this orange means it was a high in the 70s. Oh no, sorry, this one. Pink is higher than that. Pink is, I think, got to 80 degrees or 81 one day, so we had the pink, which I do love the pink, but like, oh my god, we've had some cold days still. Oh my goodness. I guess now I'll also show my last couple squares, just because I can. I should wait till June when I have like the first half of the year, but whatever. Just to recap, in case you're new, this is January. This is February. This is March. Some very warm, some very cold, and some April. So we've kind of been all over the place in New York, and I'm really hoping for just some consistent sunny days. Even doesn't even have to be sunny. It can be cloudy. But I'm tired of the lows in the 40s. It's a lot. I don't really have a lot of future plans. I mean, I have future plans, but I'm talking about them a lot in the next video, and also I'm kind of trying to be like a little more chill, up in the air. I also just applied for and got into my first test, like pattern test, so that's gonna be a tank top, and I don't know how much I'm actually allowed to say before it comes out, but I know we have to post like progress pictures and stuff anyway. But I literally have not started. We got our first email literally yesterday, and I'm not even gonna start it probably until the week after next, because I also might order yarn for it. I'm not sure. I have yarn in stash, but like I might order some. So I'm gonna talk to the designer, text her a couple things, just like questions, but that is like kind of the priority. But I also have 2 months, 8 weeks to do it, and it's a tank top. So that's that. That is, actually, I don't know why I'm being so nonchalant. I'm like actually very excited about it. But that's kind of like gonna be the main focus. And then the rest is just to work on all these whips that I have. I'm looking around. Sorry guys, I haven't had coffee yet. Wow. But I'm looking around. I was like, I've got a lot of whips and I've got a lot of yarn. This is my yarn shelf right next to you. You, me, whatever. You, me, yarn shelf. But I have a lot of yarn. I have a lot of summer yarn, and I have a lot of ideas. So as soon as I get started on the pattern test, I will probably feel better about doing anything else. But for now, like today I said, I'm gonna work on this temperature square, and I would say the cardigan are like the biggest focuses right now. And then like I said, I do really want to start another blanket, so I'll probably do one for my sister if I can acquire some yarn that's not super expensive. That's the other problem, is I'm so the amount of money that I have is not for yarn, so that's horrible. But I digress. I kind of ditched like the media section of the podcast just because I wasn't doing a lot of reading or anything in the last half of the semester. But I will say I started rereading The Illustrated Man by Ray Bradbury. That's right? Ray Bradbury? I'm pretty sure. Started rereading The Illustrated Man for I think the 3rd or 4th time in my life, and when I tell you, that is probably one of my favorite books ever. I love the short stories. I love Ray Bradbury. That has to be who wrote it. I love his brain. I actually hated what is that book? Okay, that was actually so troubling. Fahrenheit 451 is what I was trying to remember. I kept wanting to say 1989. That's a completely different book and a completely different author. But what? Fahrenheit 451. I'm sorry. I read that book twice in 2 different grades and like could not get behind it. I almost could read it again and like hope that I like it this time, but I don't know. That one just did not work for me. Now, I first read Ray Bradbury in 6th grade. We had like a short story. It must have been like a science fiction unit, because we read, I'm forgetting what it's called. The Belt, the one with the lions. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, I mean, this is like very popular stuff, but the one with the lions, and then I'm forgetting what both of them are called, but the one where like the little girls they're like on Venus and like waiting for the sun to come, and then like the little girl from Earth is like locked in a closet. that literally stuck with me for years. I read that in 6th grade, and then I think my dad gave me his copy of The Illustrated Man, and then I was like, I know these stories. Like, I know these stories. And yeah, so I've been obsessed with it. I'm rereading it just because it's summer. I always have more time to read in the summer, and then once I'm done rereading that, I'll probably read one of the fiction books that I have here in my room. Also watched Thunderbolts, complete 180 to movies. I watched Thunderbolts in theaters. Obsessed. We're so back. If you're a Marvel fan, you'll know we've been in the trenches for... I mean, I've liked a lot of Marvel projects, but there were some where I was just like, did not watch or did not want to watch. Specifically like the Disney Plus shows, but I watched Thunderbolts and I'm so back. I have been... My TikTok For You page has been Bucky Barnes almost exclusively in like sad dog videos for like 3 weeks. Obsessed. So obsessed. So watch Thunderbolts. I have now started rewatching Marvel movies. Yesterday I watched Captain America, the First Avenger, and The Winter Soldier. And I think today I'm going to watch the first two, what am I trying to say? I think I'm going to watch the first two Avengers, the Avengers and then Infinity War. And then if I have time, also Captain America Civil War. It's serious. We're back. It's so weird because I like Marvel, but I've never been like buy shirts with Marvel. I don't know. I've never been like a fan of it, but I have consistently liked Marvel for like a very long time, thanks to my brother. So there's that. Also watched Sinners. That was this month, right? Yeah, that was this month. I watched Sinners in theaters with my friends. Very good movie. It is not nearly as like crazy as people like have talked about it on the internet. It's like a good movie. I don't know if it's still in theaters now, but I did watch it in theaters, that and Thunderbolts this month, and I was obsessed with both, actually. Very good. I'm trying to think if there's literally anything else. Oh, so, my nails. We've all seen with me with short nails, long nails, press-ons, acrylics. This is not a saga, but it did slightly impact my crocheting. So I got acrylics when I was back in Texas. They were beautiful. They were amazing. Lasted almost 2 weeks. And then I came back to work. And they were like long-ish. They were like to here maybe. And then I came back to work a couple days ago and I'm carrying a box. And the box slips out of my hand. Does not break the nail, but it does pull back. If you get queasy, skip like 30 seconds. But it like pulled back. It pushed on the fake nail. But because the fake nail is so strongly attached to the real nail, it pulled back my real nail away from my skin. I want to say about like halfway down my nail. It hurt so bad. And I literally thought I was going to pass out at work because it hurt so bad. So got through the end of my work day, came home, cleaned it multiple times with alcohol swabs and like water. Cut the nail so that it wouldn't snag on anything, and then just was like very delicate with it for a few days, but I couldn't like use this finger really, nor could I crochet with it, and if I did and it hit like the yarn, it would hurt. So it's a lot better now. A couple days later, I've taken off most of the nails. I got lazy last night and these would not come off, and I didn't want them to be the only long ones, so I just cut them. And then this one I'm not going to take off. If it gets loose and it comes off, like I will, but right now it is very attached to my real nail, and I'm scared that if I try to take it off, I will just rip out the whole nail, and I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to. Especially with like all of the picture taking, video taking that I do with crocheting, I like to have nice looking nails, and just in general, I like to have like nice looking nails, but until this one grows out, we're stuck with whatever we got going on here. So yeah. That's the life update. If you follow my Instagram, you would have already seen that, but that's the life update with the nails. I've yawned way too many times. That is appropriate in this not very long video probably. So I'm going to go make some breakfast and some coffee because I think it is pushing noon and I haven't done either of those. You know, I wanted to get a start on the day by filming. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in to my projects, my drama, my rants. I don't know. I love filming these because I love a little wrap-up moment. And I also just, I don't know. I'm excited for summer. I'm not excited for this weather, but I am excited for everything I got going on. So I'm hoping that the weather cooperates and I feel a little bit more motivated to also be outside. But until then, I will be in here crocheting away. Yeah, I have I have links below if you want to support me in ways other than just liking and subscribing, which I appreciate dearly, but it's up to you. Yeah, you can support me below. I'm also going to be revamping my Amazon, like, I don't know if they're called wish lists or what they're called on there. I had two, and I don't know if they're still in my description right now, but I'm going to be kind of revamping them for crochet stuff, but then also for like room and apartment stuff. You're in no way obligated to help me with my apartment, but I am a 21-year-old with very little income, and if there's any help that I can get, I will take it. So be on the lookout for those if you feel so willing. But yeah, otherwise, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed watching. I enjoyed having you here. Comment below anything that you have been working on, or if you have a summer project that you're really excited to start or have started, do let me know, because I'm also inspiration fishing at this point. But yeah, for real though, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day or night, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!